bit of a special story. King Ahaziah of the northern 10 tribes, the house of Israel, falls and gets sick, and he inquires of a pagan deity. He sends men to inquire of a pagan deity if he will get better, if he will heal. And then Yahweh sends Eliah the prophet to those messengers, and he says, Elias tells them to go back to the king and tell him what we just read. Is there no Elohim in Israel that you have to go to this pagan deity? And that he would not heal, that he would certainly die. That was the message of Eliah. And then the king finds out who it is. This prophet is Eliah. He sends a captain of 50 plus 50 men to him to fetch him. Apparently, that first commander, I assume that he did not show due respect to Yahweh's prophet. The sovereign says, "Come down." The second, but the first one and his 50 were killed by fire that came down from heaven at Eliah's request. So Eliah prayed for fire to come down, and Yahweh granted his prayer. The king sends the second captain of 50, and this one didn't learn. No, we can learn from our own errors, but we can also learn from the errors of others. The second captain of 50 knew very well that the first captain of 50 and his 50 were struck down by Yahweh, who sent fire from heaven. What does the second captain do? The first one simply said, "Come down." The second one says, "Come down at once. Hurry up." So again, no respect for the prophet of Yahweh. Same result. Eliah prays for fire to come down from heaven, and Yahweh sends fire from heaven and kills the commander and his 50. The king also doesn't learn anything. He sends a third captain of 50 plus his 50. But his third captain learned something. He learned from the errors of the two previous captains. As we read, he approaches the prophet of Yahweh with due respect. He says, "Man of Elohim, please let my life and the life of these 50 servants of yours be precious in your eyes. See, fire has come down from the heavens and burned up the first two captains of 50s with their 50s. But let my life be precious in your eyes." And then the messenger of Yahweh said to Eliah, "Go down with him, do not be afraid of him." So this time, Eliah goes with the captain of 50. The third captain had learned something from other people's errors. The second could have learned it also, and even the first one, he could have approached the prophet of Yahweh with due respect. But he didn't, neither did the second. The third did. Let's read the next 3 verses also, verses 15, 16, and 17.
Afraid of him. So he rose up and went down with him to the sovereign. 16. And spoke to him, "Thus said Yahweh, because you have sent messengers to inquire of Baal Zebub, the mighty one of Aaron? Is it because there is no Elohim in Israel to inquire of his word? Therefore you are not going to get out of the pit to which you have gone up, for you shall certainly die. 17. And he died according to the word of Yahweh, which Eliyahu had spoken, and Jehoram reigned in his place in the second year of Jehoram, son of Jehoshaphat, sovereign of Yehuda, for he had no son.
So here we see how much the king himself learned from these events. Nothing. He learned nothing. We don't see even a trace of repentance. Had he only repented and admitted, yes, you're right, I should have inquired of Yahweh, I should have inquired of you, prophet of Yahweh, rather than of Baal Zebub,